Video Diary 350. Contemplating a question that a friend of mine brought up. Something I've thought about a lot. Well, what is love, really? The thing that we're chasing after most of our lives. Pretty much everything we do, any struggle we have, we do it for the sake of love. Something we love. Usually someone or something, an ideology, a relationship, whatever, that we love and that we would give our lives up for it, that we will spend all our energy in our days, trying to attain whatever it is we love. Contemplating what love means in relationship and considering, because of recent events and encounters and connections, considering allowing for freedom in relationship. Something that doesn't come easy for me, kind of being old fashioned, doesn't come easy for me as being a Scorpio. Just doesn't, isn't the way I've ever conceived a relationship. I always imagined I was a wolf looking for that other wolf-ess, wolf goddess, whatever. And we're going to like hook up and pair off, thinking I'm supposed to be that. And I do have a lot of couplings and relationships and pairings. They don't, I've not had one last more than a year and a half. I have several that were a year or so. So that it kind of, my experience is counter what I expect a relationship to look like and be. So, at 43, still trying to understand it, I find myself needing to just drop all preconceived notions about what relationship is. And that actually applies to everything in my life that I've been curious about, whether it's inner peace or, how to navigate fear and anxiety. And also the lifelong issue I've always had with breath and contraction, which as a child, I think is what influenced my hernia that I had as a kid. That constant contraction and tightness and unwillingness to let go. And it's not easy. It makes life not easy. But this, is it necessary? And what the hell does it have to do with love? So I'm trying to approach relationships open-handed like this, not trying to possess and not trying to be possessed, which means power. Power for me, and then freedom. Freedom for you, which means power for you and freedom for me. It's just counter what I expect and what I always look for in a relationship, which was the storybook one. And the one that was necessary at some point in humanity where we had to stay together to just survive, oftentimes. And life is just a lot faster and not like it was. So all the typical ideas I've had about relationships, I'm needing to reconsider and, not interested in. Well, I guess I have to be willing and open to look at everything and not make any judgment about monogamy, long time, short time relationships, polyamory, or open relationships, or you know, seems like I've been sticking with the traditional monogamy. You're with someone and they're with you kind of thing, and you almost kind of like are a possession almost. And there's, you know, do there's responsibilities and expectations in traditional relationships, and I can see where you need to make and come to agreements about how, you know, about maybe why you're coming together or what you want to do together, and collaborating on two two people coming together. Why is there a need to control and possess someone? And that tends to be what I think undoes any relationship. And maybe it's not even about undoing or doing. It's like we're with who we're supposed to be with when we're with them. And it is just about preference. There's no monogamy, polyamory, open relationship. It, those are just all labels to give us a reason to feel contracted, feel like we need to not be some way or be some way and pursue heavily something else. So as I consider what is love, what is love really? What does it really look like in relationship? I mean, it feels like, despite how I've always thought of it, it's about keeping your own power, not giving it away. Not that you really can, but not overlooking it. Recognizing our own power, and then also, allowing for freedom, which is space, which is so liberating and feels blissful. To enter a relationship, to be that's the core of the relationship, is freedom and power. That means not being possessed, not being a slave, and not having a master, being a self-master, a master. It's an interesting time, and it's funny that I'm talking about a relationship on video. It's something I tend not to put any emphasis on, often even consider it maybe unspiritual. Even though it's just connecting. And that's all that really is that's going on. That's all love really is, connecting. Anyways, I'm done blabbing. What is love? How does it look in relationship? Like, really? Is love weak and possessive, or is love powerful and free? And are we powerful, and are we free? How does that look in relationship? I'm sure the answer will come to me some way or another.